Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a bit of a different one, and what you're looking at right now is my new and old car. So I don't know if you can hear me good enough. However, there's a lot of noise in the background. I am outside, as you can probably tell from the video. So what am I doing with this car? Well, this is the car that I recently got. It is a BMW X3. It's a 2007 model, and I thought I'm going to do this car up as a little bit of a project where I am going to modify it internally. At least we're going to start with that, and then we'll see where it goes. The idea is I want to turn this into a daily runner, but also looking at potentially, depending on how this goes, turning it into an off-road vehicle or an all-terrain vehicle, so to speak. So I've already started with some modifications on it. As you can see, I'm just gonna squeeze around here. We have the Decepticon badge because everybody else seems to go for the Autobot badge, and I decided to go for the Decepticon badge. You know, the bad guys, well, the good guys need some bad guys to fight. Now, there's a lot of plans I've got in store for this car. It is a bit dirty because obviously I've driven it for about 2 weeks. Yeah, so the plan is to start changing it up, making it into a car that I like driving it, but something custom, if that makes sense. There's many plans I've got for it, so I'll show you on the inside what I've been working on. This would be the inside of the car, back seat, of course, and as you can see, I've been installing some LED strips. Now, these are remote controlled through the phone. There are wires that are dangling at the moment, so I am going to rewire it. Now, one thing I'm not going to do at this point in time, in this video at least, is finish off this section of the wiring, so I might just cable tie it. That is the plan, at least. And we're on this side, so we got them all over the front as well, as you can see right there. There we go. So these are the mood lights. They are controlled by the phone. Still need to finish off wiring. I'm going to show you what I've been up to on this section. So as you can see, there's another cable right there. At the moment, that goes into my phone until I get the new sound system installed. So over there, that is going to come out. I'm going to have a touchscreen LCD display with a reverse camera installed on this. Eventually, I'm hoping in about a month and a half or so, that is what I'm looking at doing. So that means the whole center piece will be coming out, needs rewiring. These are things that I want to do or attempt to do by myself, unless I break them and then end up going to my local garage, where probably my mechanic will laugh at me because I did a silly thing with it. But yeah, that is the plan. So we're gonna have quite a few jobs on this. The seats will be changed out into leather seats, so that's another job I want to do. The interior will be a red and black design. Now let me show you what I've done here. So that wire, I've got gloves on because I have been gluing stuff. I don't like to see dangling wires. So that is just the auxiliary cable, because BMW thought it'd be a good idea to have, and I'll show you the auxiliary input here in the back. That as well is also coming out, and we're going to get a slim one put in, and once I get the new system installed, that should stay closed going forward. Let's go around the front. So these are the LED strips that I've put in. As I said, they are RGB, and it's a bit messy right there, but I'll have to clean that up. I did try and glue that. It looks a bit messy. I will give it a good wipe. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry up. It is difficult to glue from this position, but the wiring just kind of goes like that, and then I'll just get a bit of very fine sandpaper and sand off the rest, so we got nice clean finish to it. I'm gonna go around the front and show you the passenger side as well. So that is what I've done there. Ooh, waiting for it to focus. There we go. And then basically we're just going to finish off this portion of the wiring and tuck it all in on this front bit. The front bit is more or less done. I can open the glove compartment So I mean, it doesn't open a lot. It's not a very big glove compartment. The other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tinker with this, have a look through it, see what is out of date. So that is the first aid box that you're looking at. Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna put up some pictures of what I want to put on the interior, so you guys can see as I make this video. I will be editing it afterwards, and then we'll go from there. At the moment I am recording with my phone, so yeah. Touch screen, there we go, I can see my finger now. Touch screen, LCD display with Bluetooth, and reverse camera will go here. This whole thing needs rewiring, that needs cleaning up down there, so we'll do that maybe in a couple of days time once that's proper dried up. I did use, as you can see, super glue. That wire is going to come out. Oh, hold on, I need to focus on the camera as well. That wire that you saw there is coming out. That is just a temporary fix, so I can actually have music in the car. The other thing I'm going to do is potentially change the panels out, because if I'm going for the leather interior, I want the leather panels. I will be looking at all the gray bits that you see, getting these changed out with carbon fiber components. So that's one thing I want to do in the future to this car. Speakers will come out eventually, and we will put in custom fit speakers for the BMW to increase the quality of the sound. That's very important. Obviously I'm going through the trouble of reinstalling a new screen in there. Might as well do that as well. So these are all jobs that I would like to attempt by myself. Now obviously we do live in the UK, nice day today, but it is weather dependent. Now this is a little project that I'm working on just for my own entertainment. I do like to tinker with things, and I thought it would be a nice thing to do for myself, at least. Put that there. For myself, at least, for purposes of just doing something. And also I thought you might like this as well, guys. Now I'm going to finish off tucking in these wires, and for that I bought a nice little toolkit. There are several scratches, as you can imagine. It is an old car, but this is going to get repainted. And I am debating whether to vinyl wrap it later on. If I do that, it will end up being a black matte vinyl wrapping. So got this little toolkit right here, which is basically something to help me tuck in the wires. If I can open it, let's see. Yeah, so, and that's what I'm going to get on with. And then it's also a case of installing the lights so that they turn on when the car is on, and then when the car engine is off, to obviously turn off. We don't want them on all the time, it will drain the battery. So I'm gonna grab this wonderful tool right here. I'll have a look at what I can clean that up with. Don't really like seeing the white there. I mean, you don't really see this in anyways, but I am kind of fussy, and if I'm going to do this, I'm going to try and do it as best as I can. So let's get into this. So basically this is what we're doing. I think that is very good and well tucked in there. So we're going to just do this. Now normally I do this with two hands. So we're just tucking it underneath there, and then just kind of going like that, and then we shouldn't be able to see any wires. And then the same thing will go with the cables leading to the back of the car, where of course I'll have the camera. I'll show you where I also plug this in the back. Right. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, let's have a look. Now I'll work with this. So I've got the little crowbar thingy that's going to go right there and all the way around that way to the back. Now that's what I've done on both sides. So I'll show you the boot, or the trunk as you say it in the US. So I wired it all the way through the seats up this way into this. So we've got a car charger right there. That is where the LED lights are hiding. Now I could also rewire it to the seats right there. As you saw, there is the option for that, but I do want to try and keep the cables hidden out. Now I'm trying not to mangle too much with the front the back seats, because the long-term plan will be to, of course, get these taken out and replaced with the leather ones. So keeping that in mind, this might potentially be here for a bit until that is finished. So this is just partially done, so I'm only doing what I can, and yeah, it's one of those things where I have to do it in pieces, in segments, as I work on the car. All right, check this out, dudes, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So what am I doing here? Did a bit of Google searching, and oops, that went on the floor, so I'm gonna pick it up. And this thing is potent stuff, but I have decided to use my wife's acetone, or nail polish remover, acetone free, but it seems to work with regards to removing the glue. I'm guessing those were the vapors off of the glue. So we're just gonna quickly clean it up. You do want to give it a bit of time to soften the glue, if you will, but we have to be careful not to get this bit off. And now this is Google searching at its finest, but I mean, it's kind of spreading it at the moment. We just have to do that, but it is actually removing the super glue. In case you ever wondered how to remove super glue, that's how you do it. So I'm just going to crack on with this. I'm going to show you the final product when I'm done with this bit. I don't want to see all that smearage. That sounds worse than it is, but yeah, you know what I mean. Pluck the sucker out. That is because that was a streak right there of my first attempt of trying to glue the cable. Obviously, gluing stuff that's round doesn't really work out too well. But yeah, we're gonna carry on with this. Don't tell her I'm using this. She won't be too happy with me if I use a lot of this bottle. You know, women stuff. But yeah, just don't tell her. I mean, hopefully she won't see this video. So I'll see you guys in a bit once I'm done with this section right here. Here we are with the final product. So turns out that acetone, nail varnish removal products, and vinegar does break down the super glue. Now I did do that, and it tends to smear at times. You might see my hand right there because I'm trying to stop the glare from coming in, but it is drying out nice and clean. We still have a bit of, ooh, that looks, there we go, that's just dust right there, but yeah, it will dry out clean. It is in the process of drying, as you can see right now. We do have a bit of a smearage, well, mark going on, because super glue does like to dry out white, but that should not be visible nor cause a problem. And obviously this and this portion right there could definitely do with some good thorough cleaning, but we'll do that in the, well, off camera. But this is what we're with now, is that right there. So it does need a bit of a clean. I've only had the car for about 2 weeks and I'm already working on it. I'm also thinking of changing the pedals out with maybe some sort of chrome. We'll see about that. That I'll have to take up with my mechanic. We'll see what he says about that. Might not change them out. There's nothing wrong. You don't see the pedals anywho, huh? But there we go. So all the white stuff is now gone. Now from a distance, you won't even see it. So that is a close-up. Obviously, this car has seen its fair shares of miles, so eventually we'll get to a point where it is going to get a nice, good, professional interior clean, or semi-pro if I do it myself. Well, we'll see about that. But yeah, from a distance you can't quite tell. You can just see just the white mark from the, move this out of the way. Yeah, you can just see the white mark from the glue, but you can't quite tell. So yeah, there's my mess right there. I'll clean that up, and I think we're done for the day. Not much more I can do. I'll need to move the seat forward again, and I can't wait to get the leather seats. These versions of seats for the car, we're gonna go for the full leather interior, just because my bum seems to like leather more than this type of material. Plus it's easier to clean anyways. That is the massive perk to leather. The downside to it is in the summer it's hot, so you burn a bum on it, and in the winter it's cold. But other than that, easy to clean, worth having leather.